Hey, what's going on YouTube, you sexy mamma jammas? Today is now Tuesday, so happy Tuesday, July 8th. I spent the past week in Ormond Beach, Florida, Daytona area. Had a pretty good time. I didn't record none of my activities, but yeah, it was an enjoyable experience to say the least. I didn't stay in the truck the whole week. Trust. I went out and about and did some things and experienced some things, and I liked it. It was fun. But now it's time to get back to work, so I wasn't in a hurry really to book a load, so I kind of held off till today. So I found one out of Jacksonville going up to Cincinnati, and then from Cincinnati I'm going over into somewhere Indiana, which takes me right through Louisville so I can get my graphics for the truck, and then pick up that load, and I'm going down to San Antonio area, Schertz, Texas to be exact. And then now we'll, on the way down, I'm going to stop in my location that I stay at all the time for the weekend, and then deliver that load on Monday, and then Tuesday start the dedicated load that I'm going to play around with for a little bit. That's the plan. But Friday I'll call him back and get an update, touch base, and see if it's still a go, and then we'll go from there. But I got to touch on a little topic here. You know what? There's a reason why we don't post numbers, because numbers don't matter. Because it doesn't matter how I feel about them. It only matters about how y'all feel about them. And when everybody says, oh, I make double that in a week and I'm home every night, but I mean, it's never good enough for the internet. And the biggest problem that I have with when I do share numbers, which is a rare occurrence, is that even the people that are asking are the negative Nancy's. So whatever. So, as like I said, there's a reason we don't share numbers. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. It's never good enough. So it don't matter. That was my first full month of Mercer. I'm transparent when I release things. Whether it's good or bad, it is what it is. No matter what your opinion is. I don't make my decisions based off anybody's influence. Let me say that again. My decisions are based on what I feel is best for me at that point in my life, my journey, my career, whatever. My decisions aren't based on anything else other than what I think is best for me. Right now, I believe this is the direction that I'm going to go into. Now, like I said, do I think the Genie numbers is what I think they should be or what I want them to be? No. But they are much better than the national average. Someone mentioned, well, you're not counting the deadhead in that. Well, listen, the national average don't count deadhead either. So I compare the numbers to numbers. Stop breaking shit down to micronucleus status and shut the fuck up. Bottom line. So anyway, that's all I want to say about that. You won't ever see a numbers video from me again. Not about Mercer. But yeah, we're gonna pick up from here. So we're back to work. We're going to go ahead and do, like I said, this trip delivers at 1400's pickup. It's 11:20 right now. I'm gonna try to get there about 1. See if I can't get in a little early, and then it's scheduled for drop off Thursday morning. I'm gonna see if it's possible I can drop it off tomorrow evening. Thursday, and then get that next one and get down to Texas. So I already done pre-trip. We're ready to go. So let's get to getting. We are 97 miles away from pickup. Let's see what this trucking world has in store for us today, shall we? Thanks for being here, y'all. I appreciate all the support. Alright, so I remember being to this, when I saw the address, I remember being to this area a couple times. But it was with Schneider. Remember when I got them heavy ass loads of rocks? One went to Pittston, PA, and then I got another one that came down to Jacksonville from Pittston. Then I went from the same place here to the Home Depot in Houston. It was just a bunch of rock, right? Now, I know I'm not going to that rock place, but this is the area that I was going, and the address and trucker path that I pulled up, none of the addresses matched the place I'm looking for, like, which is the Thermal King. So I'm assuming that it's going to be the Amazon that listed. Let me turn that squawk box off. Whitaker, Saddle Creek. So the address I'm looking for is 10501 Cold Storage, Shoreside. So this is 10503 on my left. Shoreside / Thermal King. The one on the corner, I'm pretty sure it was 10503 as well. And I'm not sure. I'm sure this whole park's 10503. But that's a CFI place. Mount Nove, no. Saddle Creek. This thing you gotta do, you gotta look for things. Yeah, we're not even on Cold Stone. Okay, yeah, we're not even on Cold Storage Road yet. It's up here around the bend. Yeah, I'm on. Oh shit! I should have made a right there. There's another street up here though. Okay, yeah. It's got building straight ahead of us is the building, but it looks like the entrance. See, 10501 Emerson Park right there. And the problem is I don't have any building number here. Margot is the garden products where we went for those rocks with Schneider. Shoreside Logistics right there. No, this is where I want, right here. How do I get in here? I don't know how I get in. Okay. Okay, I see. I can't go in right here. Shoreside, I see that. Right, Shoreside, Thermal King. Yeah, that's where I want to be. To my left. So I got to go up here and turn around. Come back out and make a right, maybe, I think. Or is this the truck entrance? Is this a truck entrance? No, that's a small parking lot for little kitty cars. Here's a turnaround, cul-de-sac. Then we'll go back to the back. Oh, here's a truck gate. So this is it? Maybe? This is a U.S. Customs controlled place, judging by that sign. Maritime law, foreign trade zone. Says stop. I don't think. I see containers. Oh, but I will say, hold up. When I got this trip, yes, it's telling me I had a container number, and I was confused why I had a container number. 88-166-93. 88-166-93. I don't know why 88-166-93 is not. See, now my brain is remembering that conversation with my coordinator. He was like, well, maybe they're unloading from that container. Any one of these, my container? 88-166-93. 88-166-93. 88-1. I mean, not mine to pick up. I'm sure I wouldn't pick up a container. Yeah, there's neither one of these are container what I have in my message. and none of the ones in the dock either. So we're going to assume I'm going to go back in this spot up here beside this Martin truck and see if that's where check-in is, right up yonder, right where the ramp is. So that's what we're going to find out here in just a second. All right, this is it. So I checked in. I asked him, is it okay if I check in early? He said, yeah, sure. And he gave me a dock, and I'm in it. Slide tandem's back. Chalk the wheels. So now we wait. Because the appointment's 1400, 2 o'clock. So, and it does say if you go in early, you could be fined $250. Which is why I asked for permission if I can come in early. He said yes. So no biggie. Alright, we now wait. Alright, we were in the dock for an hour and 20 minutes. We're done. We got paperwork. We're sealed up. We adjusted our tandems. 32,000 pounds, and it's a bunch of fuel tanks. I think they're too big to be APU tanks, but they're more like the reefer fuel tanks for reefer trailers and such, or any other trailer that uses that type of diesel, that type of fuel. So, all right, we're done. We're going to go ahead and track forward. We're going to go to a pallet. We're looking at roughly get there in about 7.5 hours and stop there. I'm going to try to get this load delivered tomorrow. It's not scheduled till Thursday morning, but I'd love to get it tomorrow. So we're going to see how far we can get today and see if that's going to be an option. But let's get to go. So I got a bypass earlier today, coming up 95 on my way to Jacksonville. I was empty, but I got a bypass. I can't recall seeing a bypass at all being with Mercer. But now we're on 75 North, coming up on the state line of Florida. We just passed the Aggie station, so let's see if this weigh station is going to let us go or pull us in. It does say weigh in motion. That guy right there in the left lane probably can't read the signs, and he's trying to be a look at him. Look at his little, bless his little heart. Okay, little asshole. Hope they pull you in. I hope they English test you and they put you out of service. So what's the sign going to say for me? Paris' truck bypass for the Amazon. That guy in front of me bypass. What about me? I guess all of us are stuck on bypass because, oh, yep, all of us got a bypass. Woo, doggy, doggy, woohoo! All right, so we've driven about 335 miles so far today. We're going to go a couple more hours, maybe an hour and a half. And we should be just above Knoxville, right around Knoxville, that area. Again, my plan is to try to drop this off tomorrow afternoon. So if I stop here in about an hour and a half, that'll put me 6 hours away from delivery. So I should be there tomorrow afternoon. But I won't know the answer to that question until the morning after 8 o'clock when the receiver opens up and the agents all come in and all that good stuff. But I'm sitting here thinking about, the channel, and I haven't been able to do daily vlogs in a little while. And that's just because my whole part of trucking now is different than what it was. And there's no point in, I'm busier. I'm driving more, driving longer hours, different hours. So it's just, doesn't make for very good content. But I'm thinking about, because I'm transparent as hell. Good, bad, ugly, pretty, whatever. I'm transparent and honest and just 100% all the time. So But with that comes a lot of tips, advice, scrutiny, just dumb shit. So, I mean, a mixture of all of it, right? So, I appreciate it. I know who the real ones are, and I can pretty much tell by the comment if someone is saying something in all seriousness, constructive criticism, or what have you, versus just being a straight up troll and ass. But even some of those trolls are right. I mean, I like what they say or how they say it, but the point is accurate. So, but again, I take all that stuff in stride, and I appreciate all the interaction and the opinions. And the ones out there that I know that are in the industry and doing the same shit or have done or are doing, those are the ones that I look at mostly because I know they've experienced it. And I'm still fairly inexperienced in the trucking world. I know I am. I've said it. I'm not blind to that fact. And I learn different things daily and mostly from you guys. So for that, I appreciate all of it. But even some of the assholes, I never worry about assholes because I can always be a bigger asshole. They used to be a game for me. I bet I can be a bigger asshole than you. I'll prove it to you. You know, I used to be, but I'm not that person no more, right? I don't want to be. I don't want that mindset that I used to have of just being angry and nasty and just straightforward. And don't get me wrong, I won't bite down from anybody, but I'm not going to be that automatic jump attitude mentality. I'm trying to just stay away from that. And like, for example, when I come into a shipper and things, my first reaction is not the correct one, or not the polite one. You know, and I've mentioned that when I was the Idaho Falls load. I need to change that, and I know that it's a work in progress for me mentally. It's also got, you know, expansion plans. So in order for me to expand as a business, I need to expand as a person as well. I know this stuff. I know my weakness. My first reaction isn't always the correct one. It's always, I think, the right one when it comes to the point, but it's wrongly delivered. If that makes any sense. But not always either. So whatever. It is what it is. So the point is I appreciate all the comments that I get when it comes to things people are saying, hey, bottom line, man, you know, when that video first went up about the RX Soda Florida thing, I even said in the video, let me go back and look to see where I myself, 100% my fault, left hours on the table that shouldn't have been there. And there was about 6 hours left on the table. So minus those 6 hours that I left on the table, I wouldn't have been 3.5 hours late, right? So when I can self-assess and self-diagnose and know where something is 100% on me, I can't hate nothing. Whatever comes through, comes through. It is what it is. I'm not too stubborn not to listen or not to take into consideration or take into fact and things of that nature. So just know that. I mean, I'm transparent, and I treat people the way I want to be treated, and I'm 100% honest, bluntly honest, sometimes hurt your feelings honest. And if that's what it takes for me, that's what I expect to get to me too. I mean, I like it, or may not like how you said it or something, but I'm not going to automatically say he's just being an ass, not when you're being truthful. The truth's the truth. What do they say? The truth hurts? The truth's the truth, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like the truth, if there's so much truth coming at you and you really hate it all, then you need to look inside yourself to change that truth, right? So, but yeah, I was thinking about, I was hoping today would be the day where I could start the dailies again, but I don't think, without giving a whole shit ton of, I'm only going to put the Jacksonville footage in on my way to shipper. There really wasn't much to see. I'm in the Atlanta area right now. I'm almost 85, kind of going around Atlanta. So I'm not actually in Atlanta, but I'm close enough to Atlanta. I don't want to be here. So I'm looking to go. It's 7:46 right now. I usually don't like going past 8:30, 9 o'clock this time of year. That's probably where I'm gonna go. It's about 8:30, 9 o'clock. But I'd really go through. I also don't want to go through Chattanooga or Knoxville in the morning. So I don't know. We're just gonna play it by ear. Right now it's a little congested here on 75. We're not technically in Atlanta. We're technically in Forest Park on the edge. So Forest Park, Georgia. We're just gonna go see what. So we got 4 hours and 26 minutes left on our clock. If I drove all of that, then I would be on the clock. I wouldn't park till about 11:30. Nah, I don't plan on that being a thing. It might. I don't know. I don't want it to be, because then my 10 won't be up till 9 a.m., which is about right for me, the way I like to wake up and get going and all that. So I wouldn't go to sleep till about 11, 12 o'clock anywho. So why not drive till 11? We'll see. We'll play it by ear. Right now I'm 7 hours and 26 minutes away from delivery. If I can get that down to about 6, I'd feel comfortable. But again, this comes down to whether I can get this load delivered tomorrow. And if I can, I'll go ahead and get to Louisville tomorrow evening and then pick up my graphics there at Mercertown at my coordinator. I had them shipped to him. You know, the stuff I got from Total Truck Branding, which is my truck number and the bunk doors. I didn't get the side image or the big logo because I couldn't manage to get by there to have them put all that on. So I just said, ship me the bunk doors and the truck numbers, and I'll put those on myself. And when I get through that area, I'll get the top logo increased and whatever else I decide to have on the side of the truck, QR code, flag, whatever, at that point. So we'll see. But just know, when you're commenting, don't worry about hurting my feelings. Just, I mean, I do ask to be respectful, but I don't hold back your thoughts. Don't do that to anybody else in the comments. If I see you attacking somebody else in the comments, then I'll get rid of you. But attack me all you want. It is what it is. I open myself up to the internet. I'm not shy. I'm an open book. It's just the way I am. For better or worse. I appreciate y'all guys. So, yeah, it's a split of, oh hell, we ain't even got to downtown Atlanta yet. Forest Park, Georgia, 75 North. Yeah, we had to go through downtown, or 285 for the bypass. Nope, we're going straight on 75. It doesn't say bypass at all. It says go right through downtown Atlanta. Okay. That's what we're doing. we're in Carterville, Georgia. 6.5 hours away from delivery. Went ahead and stopped here for TA. I remember after I got here, I remember the last time I was here, it's been quite a while, they were just putting the gates up. The gates are up and active now. So $25 a night or free with qualifying purchase, but it doesn't tell you what qualifying purchase is. I'll go in there in a little bit and see what qualifying purchase means. I mean, if it's $20-$30 or whatever, I'll spend that probably for dinner or breakfast at IHOP. So whatever. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. I don't think I have enough for the vlog to be a vlog, so we'll finish it. We'll continue out tomorrow, finish out this load, and then cut it off there. So I am pretty tired right now, so I'm not going to go inside. I'm going to go stretch out, and it's 9 o'clock. I'm ready to at least stretch out and pass out. So y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all in about a second or so. All right, so it's Wednesday. I called, cannot deliver today. They are booked. I called this because right now it's 9:30. I called them right at 8 o'clock, 83. I had to call back a couple times before someone finally answered. People I called first was the receiver, because they're the ones who's got to say yes. They got to be able to take the truck. She said, we're too booked today, but I was like, okay, fine. I'll see you in the morning. So I looked at the closest place I could stop on the way there. It'd be Walton, Kentucky. There's a TA, there's a pilot there. So that's it. So I got a buddy, another Mercer driver, who was on 40, heading east, going over into South Carolina. And I'm on 75, going north, going to Cincinnati. We're both going through Knoxville. We were chatting a few minutes ago. He's like, oh, I'm at this 40-75 split right now. I was like, pull over. There's a truck stop or something nearby, right? He's like, yeah, there's a pilot and Petro. Yeah, they go to pilot. So I looked, I'm like, my trucker passes, I'm 12 miles from the place. I'm like, sweet. And he can't deliver today, and I can't deliver today. I say, we're just going to stop by, do a little high five, say what's up, blah, 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 go about our business. As soon as I hung up the phone with him, I come to a wall of lights. And now I'm in traffic jam. Trucker passes 35-minute delay. And I was already 15 minutes from the place. So I called him back and was like, listen, I just hit a wall of traffic. Get back on, go ahead and do your thing. So he just kind of got off he was getting off the exit. He got off, got back on. I mean, he'd have been waiting for me for 15 minutes anyway. I didn't want to make him wait for nearly an hour just for us to be able to cross paths and say, hey, there's a tow truck going up the shoulder right now. There's a wreck up here, as I've learned on the CB and trucker path. So, yeah, I mean, it's cool when you can meet your buddies out here, cross paths, especially when you're in the same area and vicinity. Right now, we're going I'm cruising at 4 miles an hour, just so I ain't got to stop and stop and stop. So, we're at a crawl. So, at least we're not at a complete stop, I reckon, right? Ah, well, that's trucking. So I called back and I spoke to somebody somebody else, a guy on the docks, actual docks. He said, bro, if you can get here before 4, I'll unload you. I'm like, sweet. I'm gonna give it my good old college effort. But if I was told that at 8 o'clock, I'd have been there by 3 o'clock. Yeah, that's what happens when you talk to people who don't do the work. So weird. But there was a chance I could have made it right at 4. But now with this, I'm sure this has got, we're not too far. We're in Lexington, Tennessee, technically. We're just on the edge of the Knoxville area. So I'm sure Knoxville's going to be a little trafficy, and going through Cincinnati that time of day too. It's going to be trafficy, so we're just going to go ahead and go to the Flying J there at Walton. And if I remember correctly, that Flying J is where 71 and 75 split, or just below the split, I think. I've been there before. I know I have. This Flying J, it's a big Flying J, huge parking, and it's got a Denny's and So what I'll do is I'll stop there because no way I can be there. I wish I could. And I'll just get up in the morning. I'll be there bright and early. I'll be there first thing. They open at 8 o'clock. I'll be there waiting. Hopefully. He said it'll take about an hour to unload that load you got. Come to find out, he's like, well, what you got? I was like, what I see in the back is a bunch of reefer trailer fuel tanks. So, well, you probably got the reefer units in there too. I'm like, I don't know. All I see in the back is a bunch of fuel tanks. So, yeah, they're probably in there too. Which got me thinking, because it was said the pieces on my BOL was 16 pieces. I'm like, I mean, all I see, or what are you counting as a piece? Because all I see in the back is like 16 fuel tanks. Apparently, the reefers are in front of the trailer from what I can see. So, apparently, I got the full reefer combos, the full reefer units in here, Thermo King. So he said, man, it takes a while to unload those. I'm like, all right, well, what's a while? He said, about an hour. I'm like, okay, an hour. An hour. Okay, I'm good with an hour. So I'm gonna get there in the morning, unload, and then I'm gonna shoot over to Louisville, to Mercer town, pick up my graphics. The problem is I haven't seen a sign. Which lane is closed? Let's see if we can't get some communication. Does anybody know what lane is closed yet? No, I haven't heard nobody announce it yet. No, see? Yeah. So, all right, well, we'll get through this. All right, way station 75 North Knoxville, Tennessee. Let's see what they do to us today. You gonna let me go or what? You gonna let me just take the left lane out, or you gonna scale me? Come on now. Be good to me, damn it. Trucks keep safe distance apart. Well, then what does that mean, safe distance? If I think 10 feet safe distance, does that mean I'm legal? Is it just up to interpretation of what the driver feels is safe distance? Oh, and I get the green lane. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. $25 miles an hour on a bypass speed limit. Yeah, sir. I think they're all on lunch. They just don't want to. They don't want to mess with nobody. Oh, there's one over there being inspected. One hot shot. Or are they expecting both of those hot shots? Or are they just together and one's waiting on the other? I don't know. All I know is we are back on the big road. Let's go! Yeah, we wound up losing about 26 minutes back here through that mess, but we're currently going through Knoxville. And Knoxville at 12:35 in the afternoon on a Wednesday. It's not too bad. Also Chattanooga, come through there earlier. They finished that. It looks like the construction is pretty much finished there around 75 and 24 interchange. That came through pretty smooth as well. So it was nice coming through there today. And Knoxville thus far has been nice. I haven't had no delays here. So I don't know, I'm through 237 miles away from where the Flying J in Walton, Kentucky, where I plan on stopping, which that puts me 35 miles away from delivery. But with that loss, it looks like my ETA to the Flying J is at 4:10 in the PM, another 3 hours and 35 minutes. And yeah, we'll call it a day there. Man, I still wish I'd have talked to him at 8 o'clock this morning versus that chick at 8 o'clock this morning. I'd have been there here in just a couple hours. And then I'd been in Mercertown yard tonight. But that ain't gonna happen. So I'll swing by Mercer tomorrow. It's 100 miles from Cincinnati to Mercer. And then it's 66 miles from Mercer to my pickup tomorrow. So I want to hopefully be out of that place, out of delivery tomorrow morning around 10 or 11. I want to be leaving there by that time, if not sooner. Then get over to Mercertown, be there 1:30 or so, and pick up my graphics. May go ahead and put them on there, maybe. or wait till the weekend to where I can actually do a nice cleaning job, and then do it. I don't know. Odds are I'll probably just do it there though, and then you get that load, and hopefully I can get that load tomorrow afternoon, knock out about 400 or 500 miles out tomorrow of the 1,000-mile trip, or the 900 miles it's going to take me to get to Houston, and be at my park location Friday evening. It'll be late Friday evening probably, but that's the idea. That's the goal. That's the plan. We shall see how it all works out. Or I can just take the weekend and enjoy time out the truck and hanging out with my buddies and having some drinks, firing up the grill, the smoker, whatever. It's just we'll see. That's kind of the idea. We'll see how that works out, and that's it. So we're gonna keep on grinding. We got a few hours to go, so let's just keep on going. All right, Lily, Kentucky way station. Let's see what they're gonna do for us now. Amber arrow, that thing's hard to see. The brightness, go to the left. Okay. 20 mile an hour. 85 degrees. It's been kind of raining on and off throughout this journey today. We're currently 137 miles away from where we're going. We stopped back in Pioneer. There's a TA and a pilot there. Pioneer, Tennessee, right off 75 there. There's that exit with a big cross. We stopped there just to stretch our legs and grab refreshments at the TA there, and I don't know, we bullshitted around here scrolling TikTok for about 30-40 minutes. So it's now 3:03 in the PM. We'll be at the Flying J right around 5 o'clock, roughly. Yeah, that's going to sound weird to some of you, but you know, I'm from this neck of the country, right? West Virginia. That's where I was born and raised. The other playground is where I spent most of my days. I'm in Lexington now. I've been through Lexington many times throughout my life. Louisville, Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia. This is like the area that I'm from, so yeah, I'm used to the area. And it's I'm in Lexington now. I'm coming up on the 75-64 interchange, and I got another 70 or 63 miles to go to where I'm getting to. So it's 63 miles to get to where I'm going to. There we go. But for like the past hour, I'm looking around like, I don't feel it up here, man. It's internal, man. I don't like it up here. And it's not because, no bad, I mean, it's been raining on and off. It's no bad weather. I don't know why. I like being in the South. Maybe it's just the old stomping ground thing, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, let's go back to the old stomping grounds," and you enjoy it. But I don't enjoy it. I don't like being up here. And it shouldn't matter. I mean, I'm in a truck driving down the highway, so it shouldn't matter where I'm at. And I get that. I'm a weird mofo, apparently. I mean, I've known that, but some of y'all are starting to realize it. I don't know, but I was dealing with T-Mobile because today is the 9th, right? Yeah. And Samsung had their event today, unveiling the new Galaxy Z Fold 7 and the Z Flip 7, and the new smartwatch 8s. Now I went ahead and pre-ordered the smartwatch 8, the Galaxy Ultra 8 this morning. And I've been thinking about that Z Flip 7. The more I see that flip, the more I want it, right? I mean, remember the satisfaction of being able to just close your phone and it hangs up on somebody? They may not hear a difference other than just a dead air, dead click, but it's that fact where you're like, fuck you, dumb bitch, motherfucker, and just fold it and just like, boom, it hung up on them. You ain't gotta come back here and fight to find the right button on the screen to hang up on, because that just takes the effect away. Imagine just slam closing that flip phone. Just gave you that sort of right? It's just that satisfaction, man. But I don't know, the more I see the flip phone, the Flip 7, the more I want it. I did hear something today about it being they downgraded the chip from the Snapdragon 8 or 18 or whatever it was down to whatever Osceola something or other they did last gen. I don't know. There's rumors that they're going to go back to that across all devices. Now the problem is I do not want to. Actually, I went ahead and pre-ordered. It's supposed to be shipped on the 25th. I pre-ordered the Galaxy Ultra smartwatch 8. I got the blue one. Blue. I mean, I'm blue. Big country. Blue. Big blue. Right. I mean, that's a great looking blue. And I want a blue flip too. Now here's the thing. Since I pre-ordered that, I was going to do I was going to talk to customer service about adding the flip, but I didn't want to trade in my phone. I got a S23 Galaxy Ultra. It's a great phone. The 24 didn't beat it. The 25 didn't beat it. The 26 probably won't beat it either. The S23 Ultra is a great phone. Probably one of the better Ultras out of all of them thus far. So I don't want to get rid of it. And what is it? I was looking. I got 2 more device payments, and that thing's paid off. So I don't want to like trade that in. Now I could trade it in, get $1,100 off the $2,000 Fold 7, but the Fold 7 doesn't interest me. It's the Flip 7 that interests me, and it's only $1,000 or $1,100. So I could basically do a swap out for that for free, not have additional device fee. It just the value of my S23 Ultra is the same of the brand new Flip 7. Now, the thing is, I don't want to give up my phone to get this Flip 7 and not like it and just kind of be like, SOL, I lost my phone, I don't like this new one, blah, blah, blah. So, we was talking, I was like, listen, if you look at my device, I got my phone, I got 3 tablets, and I have the home internet on the go deal. One of those tablets is an A7 Lite, a Samsung Galaxy A7 Lite, which was my very first tablet I got when I came out here trucking. And it was the cheap one, it's the A7. So, I was like, since I got this S9 and the S10 tablets, that A7 has been in the cabinet, just sitting there doing nothing. So that line itself only costs like $20 a month. So it's not really worth cutting loose because it may come in handy at some point. But I was like, listen, I don't want to upgrade my current line. What about, are we able to just swap that tablet line that's being unused in a cabinet for a couple of months now? Can we swap that tablet line to a voice line and then add the Flip 7 to that voice line? He said, oh, I see where you're going with that, Mr. Walker. Let's look and see what we got. I said, let's run the numbers, see what it's like. So we did. So what'll happen is initially that $20 tablet line will go down, will go off, and then add it as a voice line, which will go back to $60. And then the device for a brand new Flip without any of the promotions like trade-in values, then it'll be like $40 a month. So initially, it'd be about $80 more, because that's minus the $20 for the tablet line, then plus the $60 and the $40 for the device fee. It'd be about $80 more on my current bill. But then after 2 more payments, that $50 a month device fee on this phone goes off. So essentially, I'd be getting a second voice line with that Flip 7 phone for an additional $30 a month to what I'm currently paying. I'm like, well, that sounds like a win to me, man. So let's do it. And the problem is that we can't do pre-orders for you no more. And I was like, well, when I push this button on the tablet, it says contact you for upgrades and all that. So we had to figure out what the problem was. And the problem is, where I placed that order this morning, it puts the account on hold for any more upgrades or updates or anything until that process is completed. And that thing is not estimated to be shipped until the 25th. So once that date comes around, he put a reminder in his system to call me back on that day and see if the account's been unlocked at that point. And we'll go ahead and add that Flip 7. I'm going to go ahead and take that tablet line that's not being used, turn it to a voice line, and add the Flip 7, because like I said, the more I see that phone, the more I want it. But not bad enough to where I want to give up my S23, because the S23 is a great phone. So we talked for a little bit about all the options and all that. So that's what we're going to do. That Flip 7, I really like, and the updates they did to it. is nice. You got the half screen when it's actually clamshelled or turtle shell or however they call it, hamburger style. You got more function on the half screen when it's closed, so that's good. So I'm kind of anxious to get that, and I hope by the time I get to where I can actually do it, then it's going to be upgrade. The blue is still available because I want the blue one there too. The blue smartwatch, the blue Flip 7. I don't know. What do y'all think about these Galaxies? I've never been a big fan of the flip phones because I was worried about the technology of the screen being a bendable screen. You know, just breaking over time. Hello, Popo, Lexington Popo. I just never really felt trustworthy into it of it lasting, right? Because they're going to have a crease or cracks or whatever, or distortions of the pixelated part of that screen. I still kind of believe that, but I feel like 8th gen, by now they should have that shit on lock, right? So we're going to see, or 7th gen rather, Flip 7. By now they should have that shit understood. But I'm not interested in a fold though, because I'm just not. I got tablets. I don't need a fold. What do you think about these folds and flips devices? I mean, a lot of your iPhone, which Lord have mercy. Not I. Not I, says the one-eyed guy. All right, so we're now we're passing the split right now. Interstate 64 to Interstate 77 heading north. 54 miles to go. All right, exit 171 in Walton, Kentucky. That guy's a doofus because he doesn't know he got lost apparently. Flying J. There's a Denny's here, so we're gonna have Denny's for dinner. Probably gonna wind up having breakfast for dinner. Big 3-meat omelet. Maybe a couple of hamburger patties because I need to. I've been delaying or procrastinating of reactivating the diet, and I really need to. So just because I think that's got a lot to do with I'm not sleeping as well at night like I once was. I remember being on that diet. I slept great, so I'm going to get back on that like as soon as possible. Where do I go? Flying J's where we're at. Okay, yeah, truck's on right here. I've been here before. I know. That's truck wash. Oh, maybe. It's raining right now, so maybe I can get a truck wash in the morning. Because old Blue does need a bath. So does the trailer. And I've had this trailer for over a month now. Oh, this place is under construction. Okay, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 pumps that are down or caged off. So we'll go through this pump. Oh, there's, okay, even a lot of spots that are not here no more. Like that middle section there. Okay, I'm sure I've been here, but I don't remember. I think, oh, okay. I'm gonna go back and get one of these reserve spots. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a reserve spot just so I feel a little safer